Welcome to a Board Game Bears unboxing. Today I'm looking at Leaf from Weird City Games. This is a recent purchase that I just picked up, and I think I got one of the last ones that was available. It sold out pretty quick. I think I got it from 401 Games. I buy from them a lot in Canada. It's usually my #1 store that I purchase from, as they usually have a lot of stock on the games they get in compared to some other stores that may only get 2-3 copies and they're gone really quickly. One thing that really bugs me about a lot of online stores is the getting the stuff in, and then even by the time you get the email telling you that it's in, it is already sold out. I like to point out that Suzanne and I play 2-player games only. We never play with 3 or 4 people, ever. So it's been going like that for the last 25 years. So when I get a game, I have to make sure that it is good for 2 players. Or if it's a 3 or 4 player game, it has to be really good for 2 players, even though it works for 3 or 4. So this one I'm taking a chance on. I mean, I've seen a few reviews that were positive. And the reason I got it was, well, Suzanne is totally into nature. She's a nature photographer, and she's really good at it. So I thought this would appeal to her. The theme looks great, and the components look great from what I've seen. So let's take a look. Now, what I also like is there was not a complete cellophane wrapping on this board game. It just had the little tabs that you had to cut on the side. I'd like to see more of that in games coming out now. I think Funko does that a lot. They just put the little tab that you have to slice, and then you can avoid all that plastic waste. Did I forget to cut a part on here? Yes, I did. There you go. So yeah, I wanted to get this out yesterday, but we didn't have time to play it. So I really should have started this channel 10 years ago. I think that's my one regret now, that I've been running a guitar channel on YouTube for, I don't know, 17 years, and I just never thought about starting a second channel because the first channel was enough work. But I've always been playing board games since I was a kid, and I've gone through hundreds of games. We sell way more than we keep. Games do not last very long in our collection because it's usually games that just get boring really fast. I find very few board games good for repeated playing. I admit that I am one for, I like to learn games. I think that's the big appeal for me, is just something new that I can go through a rule book, and that's half the fun for me. It's just like getting the concept of the game, how to play it, and then the first play is usually always the best. Very rarely is a 4th game of the same game as good as the first one. So a lot of times it's just 1 or 2 plays and then we sell it off. And we've never had any problem with that because of the, I mean, there's just so much stuff coming out, right? So I have maybe 45 games right now, and my total experience with games over the last, since the mid-90s, when we started getting the board games, I don't know, I must have had at least 500. So, most of the top 100 on Board Game Geek and things like this, I've gone through all of it. And I'm not really into hype. I don't care about things that are in the top 10. I find most of them boring. Arc Nova, for example. So anyway, we're taking a look at the components here, and I can see this. This is the squirrel tree, so this looks really good. And the components and the leaves here, nice thick tiles, where you have to touch the leaves to other leaves to make get bonuses from the other leaf colors. So you're collecting acorns, mushrooms. You can make larger mushrooms, smaller mushrooms. It's pretty simple. From what I've gone through in the rule book, you're just going to be putting these out and getting animals and then putting them into hibernation. So you're getting them up the top, and then when you hibernate and you cross these tracks, they will transfer to the bottom of your player mat, and you will score at the end of the game for all the acorns collected. So there we've got our player things. You know, I really wish that they would make 2-player versions of these games where you didn't get the other 2 parts. Like, I really don't need them. I've never needed them. So, you know, probably not going to see that. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. Nice little storage space. And boxes for all the pieces. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that for a while. So, I'm assuming everything just drops in here. There's also a little box with pieces in it. I guess this is for... Oh, these are the squirrels. Yeah, so you can see the squirrel here. That's cute. I mean, we live in Vancouver, so we see squirrels every day. But yeah, it looks like a cute theme. The pieces look good. Everything's boxed in here nicely. The cards. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm usually going to do now a set of either 2 or 3 videos for each game. The first video will just be the unboxing. The second video will be a playthrough with 2, and then I either work a review into that video or I make one separate. So this says Season of the Bear expansion. Okay, so that's the expansion I also picked up, and this was also very reasonably priced. I think it was $40 for the game, so everything looks pretty good. And the Season of the Bear expansion was, I think, $14. So yeah, cards look good. These are the what's this, an advertisement for Canopy? Okay, so here's all the animals that you try to collect. So it's a set collection. So if you get 3 of these crows, they'll be worth more points. When you transfer them into hibernation than you would if you had only 2. So you're just going to be collecting animals, trying to get the most you can get in, and then you'll have 3 opportunities to do this hibernation action. Plus, you're going to be working up the squirrel tree, which is this. So that's a nice large piece as well. So, you know, it looks cute. It seems pretty light. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, light is good if you really don't want to think too much. I tend to not like really light games. I prefer heavier games. Not super heavy, like not Voidfall, but what's a heavy game that we play? Maybe Darwin's Journey, that kind of thing. It's medium heavy. And light games, I don't know what we have as a light game that we play a lot. Thebes? Well, we haven't played that either for a while. So on this channel, I'm going to be trying to go through all our games at least once for videos. So that guarantees, you know, 45, 50 videos of playthroughs. And there are going to be a lot of older games as well. I will be getting new games as they come out. I'm not one that goes to Essen or goes to any conventions. I don't care about that at all. I wait for retail. I don't deal in Kickstarter previews. I don't have sponsors. So you can see my channel is not making any it doesn't have ads on it. It would be a long time before I could even put ads on it. I think you need 500,000 subscribers now before you can even put ads on your channel. So this is done more as a hobby, as a secondary channel, stress relief from my guitar channel. So here's the expansion, Season of the Bear. So I hadn't really looked this one up, but it seems it has 12 season event tiles, 15 animal ally cards, 6 greater animal cards. So maybe it's a selection of more animals. 3 advanced play modes. Animal allies give each player a unique ability they can use throughout the game. Season events add extra scoring conditions to each frost. The greater animals affect the whole forest, giving each player an ability they can use once per game. We recommend playing with 2 play modes at a time and starting with season events and either animal allies or greater animals. Okay, so I'm probably going to throw that in right away. And let's see what they have for cards in here. I guess we've got lynx. Okay, bear. That's always good. So remember, the name of the channel is Board Game Bears. We love to play games with bears, but there are not a lot of them. I mean, that's really Suzanne's thing. She is a fanatic for bears, so that's why I'm naming the channel in her honor. So it looks like we've got a bear in this game. That's great, because I can't remember the last time we played a game with a bear in it. I think it was Barren Park, which we had years ago and we sold it. Bears, elks, owls. She loves owls. I mean, there's some animals here that we take pictures of in Stanley Park. Owls. I have not seen hedgehogs. We run into foxes right on the trail in Stanley Park. See squirrels every day. See frogs. We see wolves here as well in the park. Blackbirds, we see them as well. Turtles, yes. Herons, lots of herons here in Stanley Park. So she's getting a lot of photographs of many of these animals. Luna moth, can't say I've seen it. River otter, yes, I just got some really nice video of an otter eating a large octopus last week. So lots of animal life around Vancouver. And, you know, animal themes, I guess, are really big now. It's getting almost overdone. That's like every second game is something to do with the forest. Okay, so now we got a wolf card, a lynx card. These are the special player abilities for all these animals. Okay, well, this was a cheap little expansion for 14 bucks, so I thought, why not throw it in? I mean, the Season of the Bear, that was the selling point. When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, Suzanne will like this. So we will give it a try probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And once again, the channel is going to go by, you know, whatever I get new or whatever we feel like playing, which is probably at least once a week that we have a board game now. I will be making a video of the game as we play it and slowly stocking up the videos on YouTube under Board Game Bears. I never ask anybody to subscribe to my channel because it's ridiculous. If you like the content, you would probably subscribe. You don't need to be told. So I absolutely hate channels that spend 2 minutes talking about how you need to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Don't do it. I really don't care. But no, what I'm saying seriously is people will sign up for things that they like. I mean, I do that too. I don't need to be told. If I'm watching somebody's channel and I enjoy it, I will usually hit subscribe, though that doesn't happen often. I'm really picky with board game channels that I subscribe to. I think I'm subscribed to 2 right now. One would be Paul Grogan, and what's his channel called? Game Rules. And the other one is Luke at The Broken Meeple, mainly because he's not afraid to be negative. And I've been this way for many years. It's gotten me kicked off Board Game Geek many times because people generally don't like negativity in board gaming. I'm really personally tired of seeing people review games and give them high marks all the time. It's just this constant machine. You know they're getting paid. You know they get sent games for free, and they're going to say something good about it. I absolutely cannot stand channels like Rado. That guy drives me insane. I could go into various reasons why, and one of them is that he just calls everything phenomenal. Second reason is his speaking voice. He just doesn't shut up. He continuously rambles on and on, often tripping over his words, where you can hear him gulping for breath. I should do a top 10 on reviewers. But, that's just my personal thing. Some people love it. Obviously, he's got a large following. But that's somebody I can't stand to watch anymore, because it's just reviews. This game is phenomenal. Everything is not phenomenal. I would say in a year of game releases, you'd be lucky to see 2 games that are actually phenomenal. I go through new games every year, and it's like, buy it, it looks great, the first play is okay, it's sold off, because there's something lacking. It just becomes boring. Things just don't hold up. There's obvious strategies on something, opening moves. So, there are people that just love games, and they love everything about them, and it doesn't matter what you put in front of them, they'll love it. It's phenomenal. I'm not going to be that way. I just did a review of The Hunt, a 2-player game, and I trashed it, and it deserves to be trashed. And I have no fear in doing that with other games. I wish I had started this channel earlier so I could have got a lot of this venom out on truly horrendous board games that get good reviews on Board Game Geek. I just don't understand it. So that is the hobby. It's all positivity and it's never any negativity, but I don't care because I have nothing to lose with this channel. I don't get any sponsors. So that's what it's all going to be about, honesty and reality, and also saving money, because I'm not one to go out and spend a fortune on board games every week. I got to be careful with the money, and I'm not into spending $100 on a game. 50 already is getting way up there. 65 is kind of hitting the peak of something that I will take a chance on. So, so if you like the sound of that and you're looking for honesty and 2-player only, this is the channel to check out. So thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow when Suzanne and I try Leaf out as 2-player. It's cute, but will it stick around? That's the question. See you then.